When you were on that search for the exercise and nutrition programs that work for you, who was Jill then, before you found what you needed to find?
Jill then was a very unhappy person, depressed person, but I didn't realize it at the time because I felt like this is just who I was, right? I have dyslexia. Was never tested for it, but I know that I have it, but I didn't realize I had it as a kid. And so when I was in like third grade or second grade, I don't read, like I can read, I just can't process things quickly as most people can. And so I have to reread a bunch of times. And teachers would send me out in the hallway to finish reading while they were continuing the class. And that made me feel stupid, basically. And so from that moment on, I now was ingrained with the fact that I was stupid, right? Because I don't learn how other kids learn, but no one ever taught me it's okay to learn differently. Much like everyone's body responds differently to food and exercise, mentally we all have to process things in a certain way too. And so, but I never knew that. So I was trying to fit myself, a square peg into a round hole. So I kept shaving sides off of myself to try to meet the norm, to try to meet what people wanted me to be, who I thought they wanted me to be. So I kept putting expectations on myself of who they thought I should be. Now, whether they were actually putting those expectations on me, that's a whole different story. But I was putting those expectations on myself. And from a young age, that now became ingrained into my subconscious of like, this is who I am. I'm dumb. When I would be like, why doesn't someone want to be my friend? Oh, they just don't like me. Why does it when someone find me attractive? Oh, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm this, I'm that. And that became ingrained in me as a kid. And over the years, into adulthood, I kept doing the exact same thing. And I just kept coming back to it because that's what I knew.
Were you pulling away from people as a result? Because they're not going to hurt you anyway, so you pull away?
No, because I was actually trying to win their friendship in a way.
Win them over,
Win them over, because it's like, well, why don't I have friends? Well, if they kind of like me, even though they may have been toxic to me, I still wanted to be their friend because I had a friend. I had someone who would talk to me, and so it wasn't until I recently finally was like at the point where I was like, I want to get rid of the toxic people in my life. It's when I started to change my mindset of like, I am no longer, yes, I'm intelligent, I am smart, I am beautiful, I am this, and if someone doesn't like me for who I am, that's on them. That's not on me.
That's their hang up, right?
That's their hang up. And if they don't want to be my friend, then they don't have to be my friend.
Right, exactly.
And it's when I started to do that, it's when I started to get rid of the toxic people in my life. And I find that like I have a very small group of friends that like I talk to, and that's about it. And I don't put out myself as much as I used to anymore, and it's just...
You created boundaries.
I created boundaries.
Right.
So.
Which sometimes we don't realize we need to do.
Yes.
Because especially in the early years, you figure you got to have 150 friends.
Right.
Everybody has to like you. Why don't they like you? And then you start tearing yourself apart and saying, well, there's got to be things that I'm doing wrong.
Right.
When it really could just be their perspective and their hang up.
Right.
And then you realize that over time that you need to live your authentic life.
Exactly.
To really be able to offer the best of you to the world.
100%.
And also to please yourself as well.
Right.
And to be content with yourself.